One of the most confusing parts of money management with ADHD is that nothing works all of the time. Hi, I'm Amy Kelly, a licensed mental health therapist in Colorado and Florida. I own Wildly Authentic Counseling, a group practice of neurodivergent clinicians that specialize in ADHD, autism, anxiety, and trauma. Some weeks you feel clear and capable. Other weeks, even thinking about money feels like too much. That's not inconsistency, it's context. What we've been building this week isn't a checklist. It's a way of responding to where you are instead of forcing yourself to act the same way all of the time. When your nervous system is activated, anxious, ashamed, overwhelmed, bored, your job isn't to plan or optimize. Your job is to reduce that threat feeling. So this is where regulation comes in. So the slowing down, grounding, changing the internal language from pressure to permission. Without that step, money tasks feel heavy no matter how simple they are. Then there are the times when your capacity is low. On those weeks, you don't need insight or motivation. You need systems that quietly keep things from falling apart. Auto pay, recurring transfers, money living in the right place so that you don't have to think about it. Those systems aren't about progress, they're about stability. And stability is what prevents shame from building up again. Then there are the moments, not always long ones, when you're more regulated and resourced. And that's when reflection works. Not to judge past choices, but to notice patterns. Not to fix everything, but to understand what supports you and what drains you. Those check-ins are small by design because ADHD brains do better with containment than full immersion. And finally, there's budgeting. Not as control, not as restriction, but as a way to orient yourself. Knowing what's coming in, knowing what has to go out, and deciding with flexibility where the rest can live. What matters most here is that you don't use matters most here is that you don't use the same approach in every state. Trying to budget while dysregulated creates avoidance. Trying to reflect during burnout creates shame. Trying to rely on low capacity systems during high capacity moments limits growth. The work is about matching the strategy to the state that you're in. That's the difference between forcing consistency and building sustainability. And this is the framework behind some of the ADHD and money tools that I'm working on. Ideally, I'm going to release a course maybe halfway through the year this year. It's not a rigid method, but more a way to respond to yourself with accuracy and with support. If you check in with yourself right now, what state are you in? Are you regulated? Are you low capacity? Are you high capacity? Name that first. Then choose what your next step will be based on that, not what you think you should be doing. If it helps, comment with the state that you're in. Sometimes just naming it helps with that regulation.